Hello everyone, welcome to the Northern Tarot. My name's Andy. Today I will do the weekly reading for the week 23rd to 31st of May. It's gonna be a long week because it's the week is only 23rd to 29, but then we have 30th and 31st. But it's kind of like Monday and Tuesday before it comes to June. So my idea is I will do the last week predictions and actual plus 2 days of the end of the month to finish May. So next week I will skip the weekly predictions and I will do the monthly predictions to see what June brings about for all of us. But for now, let's talk about the week and the extra 2 days. So it's 23rd to 31st of May. So it's gonna be the last period of this month. And this is good news. I'm actually very excited. The Mercury retrograde, the effect of it is getting reduced now because Jupiter is stepping in Aries. And also Mars is leaving Neptune's and Pisces. So very soon, Mars will conjunct with Jupiter's, which is on 28th of May. So it's the end of the month. So the closer we get to the end of May, the better we feel about ourselves, the more energy we start to feel. We start to feel more dynamic. We start to feel that we want to take action more on to the things that matters to us, especially the master plan that you want to put forward for the future. Now, this is another expansion period for everyone. But because Jupiter is our planet, so the Sagittarius actually get extra luck on whatever we want to do. So please making use of the time from now until the end of month. Now I don't know about June yet because I need to analyze how things are gonna happen before I can suggest solutions or the ideas of what to do next. There's one thing that I am seeing here is the Mercury will align with the Suns on the 22nd of May. So there will be a lot of clarities, or it's like you're trying to see the clear path of where you're heading to. Now you build up all the ideas with you already, and now you start to receive the energy. Now these are actually blessings from the universe to Sagittarius, and that's why we need to take advantage of this period of time. Even it's not too long, it's roughly a week and 2 days, so it's 9 days, but it will continue in June but it will be some sort of added development in June, I believe. But for now, what I know is we should start to focus on ourselves, our own plan, a kind of like self-development, self-healing. And you know, the good things about Chiron and Venus is still in Aries, so it's like all the factors gonna be in the same house, in the same zodiac, and that gives you the healing, the inner self growth, the action, the energies to take action, and also the luck from Jupiter. And we you know, like because we stepping in Gemini seasons, and also because if you notice recently when we were in Taurus. Now Taurus is earth sign. Now the earth sign is typically against fire. Now they control and restrict your development, your growth, your expansion. That's why we witnessed the blockage, the stagnation. Now, when we're stepping into Gemini seasons, which is on 23rd, so it's roughly around the time the moon and sorry, not the moon, the Mercury and the Sun align, which is give you clarity. You will start to get all the ideas and become more skillful with what you've been practicing or what you've been doing. It's like the whole open path of the future gonna be revealed. So you're gonna see it's not the end of tunnel anymore. You stepping out of that ending of the tunnel. So you start, not only you seeing the light now, and you're gonna see the whole sky in front of you and above you. So that is what we're expecting in this reading, and I'm really thrilled to see things start to open up. And very important is the expansions periods, the growth period. So you need to utilize any opportunities and asking for help. It's for just like me. I ask people for donations because we're getting into that period now, and we need that resources to support what we're trying to do. And I'm sure that the divine plans will support us when you ask for help. So before we get into the tarot, remember I have the donate buttons, and you can find the information in the description box. And if anyone can donate, please do it. Thank you very much. And now let's go to the cards. Okay, so as usual, we will start with the oracle cards, but because it's a weekly reading, so I will pull 3 oracle cards, 2 from the Celtic and 1 from the Rose. And at the end of the reading, I will pull a card for yes and no questions. Okay, so let's go and see. This is the week 23rd to 31st of May, the very last week of the stagnations, of the revision time finally is over, and we can look forward to expansions and luck, and also abundance to flow in. That's what I'm expecting. Now let's see what we have. The first card we have the Peace Walker number 9. So it's peace, gentler and forward. Now you believe what I say. It's no out of middle of nowhere this card comes out, right? So the energy start to be released. Now you start to feel things easier to breathe, and you can start to move forward. The spirit is trying to advise us that whatever situations that you were in that is really painful or stressful, or a lot of trouble and headaches, heaviness, whatever that you are dealing with at the moment, you have to trust the process and trust yourself that the energies will be lifted. And how it will be lifted is simply that when the new energies comes in to allow you to go ahead with what you planned or what you were wishing for. When you got the energy, it will allow you to start to feel more dynamic within yourself, and then you will start to have a clearer mind on how to do something or what to do next. So it's just like when you searching for or looking for spiritual help or spiritual guidance, the first thing is you need to trust yourself, but also trusting, but you need to have a scientific way of receiving information. You shouldn't just just randomly watch people online, especially these tarot readers online. They're the majority of them. They just picked on to what they saw with the cards, like copying from the books and put into the table. And so when you're seeking for the spiritual help or guidance, the first thing is you have to really trust your instinct, because that is your higher self trying to talk with you. Now, when you feel that you receive the message that matching the voices or the conflict that you are trying to solve, um, then you have to look at the scientific ways of how to perceive it, how to bring in the informations and make it your own ways, because obviously that you cannot get the exactly solutions, because it's this is not about solutions. This is about the insight, how you bring the messages from people to make it your own, and it has to be based on logic. That's what I want to do, because if you guys can do that, together with the healings and together with the support, the blessings from the universe, the white star. So we got this morning. So obviously that, like you're stepping into the expansion. So they're asking you to shape shift your energy, your mind. The like it's like you need to renew everything based on what you heard, what you have been feeling, what you have been witnessing by your own eyes from the reality that you were in, because there's another world is open up. The white star, it's like the symbol of leadership. It's time for you to take the leadership back, take back the control of your life, and also trust in the spiritual leadership, the guidance from the sky. This is quite interesting, because I did the reading this morning for the daily, and now this is for the second reading, and the white star is still coming out of all these cards. So it has to be for a reason. Now it's really calling you to wake up and be aware of this is the time. This is the final waiting time that you should have let yourself to be sinking in some sort of problem or trouble, especially when it comes to connections with other people. This is a time for you to change. Okay, so the rose of Venus. Now, do you believe me? A rose of Venus, it says alignment, flow, right relationship, and harmony. Let me explain what I understand this Venus. Now, Venus and Chiron and Jupiter's and Mars gonna be in I forgot, hang on, in Aries. Now that is the alignment that the universe or the spirit trying to tell you. So all these factors, actually they're gonna amplifying each other, and they're gonna exchange the energy with each other. It's just like when Mercury retrograde, it's all about the energies of all the things going around, and it gives you the boost of being feeling harmonious within yourself, because when you can find that harmonious relationship with yourself, you will see people in with a totally different views. You might don't recognize who you were yesterday. You might not understand why you did what you did anymore, because when you are aligned with yourself, with your higher self, When you can find that harmony and the balance of everything between actions and emotion, that's when you become the temperance. And the temperance is Sagittarius. So this is actually the time for Sagittarius to rise up, to evolve, and to recognize each other. I think we've been forgetting each other for so long. That's why you feel that you're alone. And now when we can find that voices to work together, you will suddenly realize that we are something special. We know how to find each other, and we meant to find each other when the time is right. Okay, so basically it's the three cards were talking about embracing your energy in the next coming period, and this is not just for next week. It's gonna last until the next Mercury retrograde again. So this is the golden time for anyone who wanted to start any project, any problem that you want to solve, or any hidden answer that you want to see. All you need to do is to think about of what I said and apply it into yourself. Find that harmonious point within yourself through the understanding and the knowledges, the sciences. So when you're feeling harmonious and empower yourself, you can shift the energy into something new. And also when you become a new version, you will have a different ways, a new way of doing things, also a different ways of selecting, choosing people. You're not gonna go back and choose the same type of people anymore. And remember, we're in the new cycle already. This meant to happen, so don't be surprised. Okay, so I wish everyone happy, and let's see what the tarot has. The first card we have, the Ace of Pentacles. Now, how can we argue on this? You know, it's like the divine timing. The wheel of fortune is here. Now the Ace of Pentacles is the opportunity for you to restart everything, to gain back everything that you lost. But of course, you need to be aware of the inner self work, the shadow work. It's very important, because if anyone not yet finished the shadow works, and the blessing will the blessing still coming in for you. But the problem is, if you not finish your shadow work, you cannot see it, you cannot notice it, you might miss it, and you cannot take utilize fully the opportunity, the blessings. So keep working on yourself, keep working on your mind, keep working on your understanding on those things that trying to hold you back. You can cut loose anything that hold you back, as soon as you understand what is the cause. Now the challenge is the Six of Wands. The challenge is how you can spot out the opportunity, how not to miss it, because Six of Wands is all about success. And it's exactly what I say. If the blessing coming in, the favorable environment, the energies, but if you sink in the dark, because a lot of people will be lazy, not working on themselves, refuse to understand or accept the truth, and if you still keep blaming, keep holding grudges, you will never able to see what is in front of your eyes. don't make any excuses anymore. Please take up anything that you can and create something that you think your heart telling you to do. Create your new future. Okay, so let's see what we have. We have the strength. That's what I was talking about. You will be given the energy to reach to the point that you feel like finally you can overcome things, and you don't realize that you've been supported so far. And a lot of, it's because each one of us has our own spiritual team, but not many people understand it. So your team working so hard to guide you, and then other teams, the people that are the light workers, for example like me. So my teams also are working very hard with your team. Of course we cannot see it, right? But in the 5D world, there's no distance, there's no time. As everything is not, there's no limit on anything. I can be here and I can feel you over there. That's the reason of what's going on. So people actually, as I used to say this, I don't know if you still remember, at the very beginning of when I first opened this channel, and I was talking about the group of Sagittarius, and I did mention the sign Sagittarius is actually very special sign. The reason why it's special, there's a lot of reason it's special, but unlike other sign, this is like a clan. And the way it works is, it's a hierarchy power. So you will have the leaders, and you have the regional leaders, and then you have a top leaders, and all sort of things. So you could go up like that to the king and the queen. And I believe that there is a land over the 5D realm where is the Chiron, or someone succeeded after Chiron is there. And that powerful source is really looking after all of us here on earth. Now I don't know how to describe it, but I've kind of like can travel to times through mind and time sometimes, not all the times, and I've got all the visions long ago, long before I even thought about tarot, because to be honest, tarot is very new to me. I never even learned it. So it must be there's some sort of connection. And I hope that you guys, once you hear, that means that you are guided. There will be messages or something very important to help you through the transformations. And I hope that everyone trusts my readings, because it really works. Okay, and the strength, and let's see in the recent past. The recent past, we have the Page of Cups. So in the recent past, you got the information. There's something very important. It's also about communication with someone, right? But doesn't matter if you communicate or reconnect with someone or not. The main point here is you got the piece of information that you really needed. So I have the feeling that piece of information is the sort of guidance or blessing that will allow you to unlock the Ace of Pentacles, the opportunity that coming your way. The next one we will have, let's see. The next one we have is, This is the Ace of Wands, so it's a brand new beginning heading toward you. Actually, you know, the Ace of Wands to me now is actually, that's the not the new energy, the new that energies of like resupply what you have used up in the old cycle. So this new energy is very important, and it allows you to rebirth and to rise up. So this is like kind of it's a feeling of sacred energy, sacred flame fire from the universe trying to transpire into your body. And now this you can feel physically through your body. So this is no kidding, this is no imagination, because you will feel it. You will feel it around 28. I have the feelings when Mars conjunct with Jupiter. So next week gonna be a very smooth, everything happens is so smoothly, and you start to feeling victorious over what you're doing. It's like you start to see achievements, start to see the result coming in, and you start to feel something going on, that you know, you got that positive outlook again. It's very good energy. So what coming towards us is, let's see what we have. The devil. Oh ho. Okay. This is quite interesting. I'm not too worried about this, but I have the feeling this is like what you trying to test yourself, rather than the universe or someone trying to test you. So it's like you it's a feeling of you rise up over the defeat, the so-called defeat battle that you were in, and you kind of challenge back the devil energy. So this is like you showing who you truly are, the power of Sagittarius, because remember, we are actually half human, half beast. So we do have that beast somewhere, that power somewhere inside. We just choose not to use it. But so I had a feeling that this is the energy that we're gonna feel. So we wanna show who we are when we really you know, step up and raise our voice. That's kind of feeling. Okay, so the next one, let's see what we have. The next one we have is the death. That's what I was talking about. The whole transformation. Now we're talking about transformation before. Now that this is different, right? The transformation we were going through is the transformations of the process of the divine plan from the old cycle to the new cycle. The transformations now, what we are doing is the transformations of Sagittarius only. That's why we are reading this today. Other signs, they're going through the transformations, but not remember, only mutable sign can transform themselves 100%, but Sagittarius has the power of shape shifting. So our transformation is much higher power and much more complicated and much more sophisticated compared to other zodiacs. So if you really understand about who you truly are, you will see how powerful you are. But a lot of people still don't know what Sagittarius means. They only knows about what they read about, you know, all the traits, the characteristics. that is too boring, because that you can Google it. You don't need to learn. To know about your real and true power, the sexual appeal, where it from, why people want you. If you understand that, you can control your power, you know how to control others. Now that's what I want to share with you about what I know. Okay, so the next one we have is number 4. This is the 4 of Pentacles. So it's like it's the old bridge, the old way of doing things will be burned down. And now let's talk about Sagittarius a little bit more, because this reading reminds me of the Hades and the Just, and the Habits, the Habits and human Sagittarius that we are. And suddenly I realize, see, is you gonna burn down what you you used to kind of like trying to get harmonious with something, with the devil. And because you were naive, and the reason why you were naive, because you choose to use the heart rather than you choose to use the beast part of yourself. Now the reason why the devil always scared of Sagittarius, that's why they always trying to manipulate, to put you under the control, because they know that one day when you rise up, when you recognize your power, they will out of control, and they will be pushed out into the dark again. They cannot utilize and use your blessing anymore, because when they live under your blessings, they can live under the light. Now when they used up that and cannot control you anymore, they will be pushed back to the dark. Now that's the reason why a lot of you question yourself, without before knowing me, why you keep meeting all these people, the people that just trying to hurt you. Now actually they don't try to hurt you, but they trying to cover you of the truth. So they have to find all the nasty ways, with the hope that you don't understand, you will be confused, you will never find that power within you. But the truth always comes out eventually. So that is the karma, that is the principle how the universe works. Now if you really understand, and I hope after this reading you understand what I'm talking about, you will rise up and take control even more powerful. Okay, so the next card we have is the King of Wands. So that's how you comes out. You will be like a king or a queen with all the fire, and these new fires is on another level. It would, so the blessing that the devil thought that they could have got off you was actually nothing compared to the new energy that you're gonna receive. And that's why Spirit trying to guide you so far, reminding you of what ahead waiting for you is much more than what you knew before. But because of the psychologies of human being, you don't want to just give up things straight away, because it takes time for humans to process what is almost impossible to achieve, to understand, to comprehend. And that's why we have the light worker who's working their way to show you what is the right path for yourself. Because the guidance is one thing, but you will have to understand it and choose it by yourself. So let's see the final card, what we have. This reading is like a rise up time for Sagittarius worldwide. This is amazing. Okay, so let's see what we have here. The Wheel of Fortune. What can I say? There will be abundance flowing in. If you really a brave soldier, if you really know how to empower your power, you will see what magic means. Remember, I put the in my introduction video, I put the thumbnail as where the magic happens, and I mean it. I didn't say it to hook people in or to attract people, because I knew for the fact that if people really hear and trust the process, the majority will come back and say, Andy, you were right. And actually, I've got people come back and say that already. Okay, so let's see with the Ace of Pentacles. What we have, the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Lovers. Now, these opportunities, this kind of like the table turn things, and this kind of like the divine timing. Now, when you step in to your new power, you will see how many soulmates and lovers around you. You will see that you were stuck in the idea that you shouldn't be stuck in. It's gonna show you the love, the light. The Lover here is the path to your love reward, the love treasures that being kept there for you for so long. They only wait until you learn everything, and then you will see for yourself, and then you will realize that you don't actually need anyone with the Lovers here. So it's like a freedom of to love, the freedom to enjoy the love the way you want. Meanwhile, you still can be yourself. You don't have to feel like you compromise with anyone else. You don't have to feel like you have to change for anyone else. So this is like the much higher level of love that you're gonna witness. The love with freedom. Now let's see the challenge. Now, to able to achieve all of these, there will be a challenge here with, that's the King of Pentacles. The challenge here is how to unlock the cage. Now, the cage here is the materialized cage. So if you stuck because of the idea of without resources, like a fear of without resources, or a fear of losing resources, that's a symbol of the King of Pentacles, who hold on everything and trying to resist to changes. So how to unlock it? It's so simple. Everything starts with the mind. Please remember that. Everything starts with the mind. Now, if you can analyze in your mind, make sense of why you shouldn't have the fear of losing something, or why you should just like hold on something to against the movement and the energies and the expansion. What if you can expand more by losing something? What if you can expand more by exchanging that stability, or that but it's kind of like it's a false, it's like the fear of being insecure, materially, financially, the fear of being insecure when you are out of your comfort zone, for example. It's kind of attractive concept, because when it comes to mind, thing is always at the macro level. So you need to think out of the box, things really big, and dream big. Okay, so let's see with the Page of Cups first. In the recent past, let's see what informations you got. You discover something. The judgment. I think the judgment here is like you recognize that you were not alone. You were not that out of solution. You were not out of support. It's like the self-realizations. It's like awakening. So it's like you going through the self-awakening before the divine timing coming in. Now, if anyone went through that, that means that you got a lot of blessing. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people going through this process together, because this is very collective energy to me. This is like the universal awakening, the universal or the Sagittarius awakening. That is very unique. I don't think other zodiacs going through the same level. They going through awakening, but they don't going through the spiritual awakening. They're going through the awakening of why they were stuck or wrong with their situations, because they're not meant to 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 um, to have this kind of blessings. Because remember, this kind of period designed for Sagittarius for 2 years. It's designed for Sagittarius. The reason why I will talk in another reading, because I know a lot about this. This, other readers online, they say they especially love Sagittarius. Of course, they love other side because they want the money. But they keep saying that because Sagittarius is very spiritual. We are more spiritual than other zodiacs, and we tend to get that call from our guide to 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 look for, to seek for that spiritual leadership. That's why we went on to all these readers and find the information that we were looking for. Unfortunately, they are not the spiritual leadership that we were looking for. That's why finally we leave them. But at least we leave them a subscribe to show them that we are generous. We are not a small people. But as long as you hear, then you will know why we are here together. Because other readers, they don't have the information that we're supposed to get here. This is about the re-establishing the spiritual order and the recreating love, energies, peace, and to vibe throughout the northern hemisphere together. So that's why we go first, and that's why this is the time that designed for Sagittarius, and then other zodiacs, they will follow us after the next 2 years. So we are going first, but interesting is they all go first in the old cycle, and we are the last one. So we were the last one, but then we became the first one. But because this is a new cycle, how amazing it is if you think about that. So we were late for the blessing, abundance. That's why we've been struggling for so long, and now it's our time to rise. But I prefer to be late, because now we become first. The first of the new cycle is much better than the latest of the old cycle. So you don't have much time to enjoy it. So when you are the first of something new, you have more time to enjoy it, right? Okay, so let's see the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is the Hangman. So the delay is over. The new energy, the new era, the start of everything coming in. Now the Devil, let's see what it is about. It's like the Devil is now pushed back into the dark, and yes, So if you remember the readings I did this morning, the daily, for 20th of May, I was talking about you playing shadow to defeat a shadow, right? So the devil trying to come in, to come back to you, because they see the new blessing, the new fire, the new protections, the new abundance, a new luck, everything. They see you start to glow, start to shine, so they trying to get back in. But now, as long as they come back in, because you know the truth, you gain the clarity, you will know how to play against them. So it's like now you know that who you really are. You can play against the devil, and because you are between dark and light, so you actually got both in you. So you reckon, and then you will see for yourself that they are not like you, because you are also the devil, but you've got this light angel things when it comes to the human part. And then you will see the difference why you were kind of like getting on with them, especially when if someone quirky and crazy, you tend to be attracted to them, because that's a dark magic, right? Because you have that part in you too. And someone asked me a while back that his wife was Gemini, so I told them, I said, if you play with Gemini, you have to remember they are also got that two part about them, the dark and the light. So if you want to play with them, you need to know your power first, how to take the lead, how to take control of your Gemini. You, to allow you to do it, you need to know where is your power, because they know what is their power, because they are air sign, so they rules by the mind. Okay, so the strength card, let's see what we have. Is the Three of Cups. So you know what, that will be promising a lot of partying moods, the parties, hyper energies, celebrations over the victories, that kind of feeling. You're feeling like you're victorious. So that is the energies coming in. Okay, so with the transformation, I was talking about this. So you recognize that you can use your shadow, dark things, that the dark side of you, to play against the devil. But as long as you're aware of when is the devil energies coming in, because that energy is gonna be deceptive, it's gonna be kind of like you will know it anyway, to be honest. When this happened this time, you will know it. But it's still much better if we keeping that in mind, so we always have our guards up, because I understand Sagittarius very well. As long as you being in a cheerful and jolly and party mood, you ready to let go things and let your guard down, because you want to enjoy things genuinely. And that's the reason why. So that's why the devil will try to feast you with partying, with good feeling, to with the hope that when you want to enjoy something to the full, you will have to put your guard down. And that's when how they got into you, and that's how it happened to you at the first place long ago, if you look back now. But don't worry, you will know this time, and you won't let that happen again. Okay, now with the Death card, let's see what it is about. The transformations. Yep. So it's the five pentacles. So it's like it's a game changing moment. So it's a table turn. So with the death and the five pentacles, it equals to the five pentacles in reverse. So it's like you being released from your own prison. It's like you're heading toward that uh, resources that you once being locked out in the cold. Now with the Four of Pentacles, so the whole the whole past will be burnt, will be left to the fire. Yes, so everything in the past gonna be burnt. This is the power of when you transform, and you will see very soon. No more pain, no more scars, because you transform into something new. So all the scars and things like that are no longer there because it's been wiped out. And that is the flame of rebirth. The flame of the phoenix that coming in your body to help you to clear out things. And this is real, right? It will happen, I promise you. So you will burn down all these burdens and the past and the dark things, what people trying to scarf. So people trying to scarf on you with the pain, the wounds, the dark magics and things like that. But everything will be cleansed. So you will be cleansed. Now with the King of Wands, we have the Two of Wands. Obviously, so for you now, is the past is behind. It's only the future, only the new journeys in front of your eyes now, because you see the road of to somewhere very mysterious but very powerful, very magnetic. But you got a good feeling about it, and so you start to trust yourself and follow it. It's like in the movies. You go conquering a new land. This land is magical. That is the feeling of it. Now, and the last card, let's see what we have. It's a divine timing. Now, I have the feeling the money is gonna run in. Some sort of abundance that you're gonna receive. It might not be super something straight away, but it will help you to create something later on for the abundance. So the Wheel of Fortunes is the Three of Wands. That is amazing. It's like I have the feeling this is quite secret support, something that you never believe that it actually exists in this world, spiritually speaking. So they're kind of like a team of spirits or angels trying to pour out abundance onto through the portals. So yeah, okay, so this is like the feeling of the portal trying to allocate the abundance to all the Sagittarius. That's why you need to work on seriously on healing yourself and the inner child, and because when you heal, you can use your mind power to start to manifest things, and this is the best time you can manifest for whatever you want, abundance as much as you can. Don't be worried that you become greedy, because it's meant for you, and this is a golden chance for you to do it. So this is from the portal. Okay, so hang on, before we finish, let's go to the yes and no questions. Now I will pull one card for yes and no question. If you want to pause the video, feel free to pause the video. So let's see one card for yes and no questions. Okay, so this is the answer. Now, what is your question? If you ask me, if you ask for help from others, that's what I was talking about. Now, okay, so some of you will say, that is not the answer. Actually, it is the answer. Because this is not about yes or no question. This is about when you know how to ask for help. That is to show that you have learned the lessons. You have learned the lessons of you don't have to hold up your ego. You don't have to show your pride. You don't have to show off. You don't have to... When you ask for help, it shows a lot of things. It shows that you really in the situation needing something, first of all. Secondly, it shows people that you don't mind to lowering yourself now, because you learn that you don't need to be big, you don't need to be strong, you don't need to carry all the things on your shoulder. And it's also show that you know how to share. Share is not just about sharing the money, sharing about the love you got. It's also about sharing the burdens. It shows a lot of things. Now, when you can do that, the universe will understand that you learned, and then you will see the magic. That's why I say that this is where the magic happens. Okay, so I will leave the understanding to all of you personally, because each one will interpret things in a different ways, depends on the situations and where you are on your journey. So I will finish this reading with 3 cards for advices to see what we have. Okay, so 3 cards for advices. We have 1, Magician, 2, the Fool, oh dear, 3, the Page of Wands. You know what? I really don't understand, right? In the daily readings, the advice is very similar, so you have to take action now. Take the leap of faith, because this is the moment. The Magician, the Fool, the Page, the King of Wands. Basically, they say you have to rise up, because you are the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands. You just need to empower that energy, and the energy will come in from the universe to promote, to help you, to allow you to feel it that way and do it. So once you feel it that way, remember the advices, embrace it, and start action. Take a leap of faith. Wipe out anything that you don't like anymore. You don't really need to hate something to wipe out, right? As long as you don't like something, just remove it. That's the attitude. The attitude of being cocky, being invincible, because you're not the only one. We all here to do the same thing, and we will do it together, because we follow the rules, and this is our rules. It might be not rules for other signs, but for us, this is our rules. So please believe me. And I hope everyone succeed, and I will send a lot of love and blessings to all of you guys. And thank you very much for being supporting me so far. I know that my English is not that good, but I try my best to explain things the way I can explain. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel to help my channel grow. And if you already here with me, if you have money to donate, please donate me. And thank you very much, and I see you next one. Bye bye.